Hi, I'm Azzy, welcome to my channel. On my Brother ScanNCut, I'm going to show you how to make different styles of frames. I'm going to do the square one first and then the rectangle. I'm going to put the measurements in so that you'll be able to take a screenshot for your information. I'm going to do the square frame first. So if you go into patterns, go into basic shapes, set a square to the mat. I want to edit the size of the square, so go into object edit and go into resize. I want to make the outer square 4 inches, so just take that up to 4. Oops, and say OK. And then I want to duplicate that square, so go into duplicate, +1, say OK. Now this one we want to make it slightly smaller, so if you go into resize, I want to take that down to 3 3/4. So take that down to 3.75 and say OK. And then we want to duplicate that square and take that down by another 1/4. So that want to take that down to 3 1/2 and say OK. So they're going to be the 3 outer frame layers once we've finished. So we want to make the aperture a circle, so from here go into OK, go into OK and go into add, go into patterns, back into basic shapes and find a circle and set it to the mat. Now this circle we want to make the biggest square with the smallest circle and the smallest square with the biggest circle. So if we start with the biggest circle first, which will be this square here. So if we go into edit, go into object edit and into resize. So we know that this square is 3 1/2 inches. So we need the circle to be smaller than that. So this circle we're going to make that 3 1/4 inches. So if you go into here and take that down to 3 1/4. Whoops, there we go, and say OK. So then we want to duplicate the circle, and we want to now take the circle size down by 1/4. So if we're going to resize, we want to take that down to 3 inches and say OK. And then we want to duplicate it again and take it down again by 1/4 inch, so 2.75 and say OK. And now what we want to do is center each of these circles into the square that's next to them. So from here we want to just take those down slightly. We want to center this circle into this square. So if you go into OK, go into select, partial select, take the mat up, say OK, go into the arrows, go into alignment, horizontally and vertically, and that circle is exactly in the center of that square. So from here we want to say OK, go into object edit and group and say OK. So now that has become our first part of the frame, but it's the back part of our frame. So now we want to do the same with these two. So we can move this down here, take those two up, go into select, partial select, take the frame mat up, say OK, into the arrows, into alignment, again into horizontal and vertical, say OK, go into object edit and group and say OK. And again, that's our next layer. So that will be the back, that will be the next one, and then we want to do these two the same again. So go into select, partial select, this time we'll bring the mat down, say OK, go into the arrows, go into the alignment function, again horizontal and vertical and say OK. say OK, go into Object, Edit and Group and say OK. So we now have 3 individual frames. So I'm going to save this to my machine and then I'll cut it after I've done the rectangle frame. So at this point I'm just going to say OK, go into Save, go into my machine and say OK. And there we go, say OK. So from here back to the home screen, and we'll get doing the rectangle one. For the rectangle frame, I need 3 frames the same size. So I'm going to go into Patterns, Basic Shapes, go into this rectangle and set it to the mat, go into Edit, Object Edit and Resize. Take off the aspect ratio and I want the height to be 4 inches, so take that up to 4. And the width to be 5 inches, so take this up to 5. And say OK. So now we just want to duplicate it twice. So if we go into here and say 3, say OK, and now we've got 3 rectangle frames. The actual photo size of this frame is 3 inches by 2 inches, so we want to create a rectangle of that size. So if we can just copy this again actually. So if you just duplicate that and go over here and resize that to 3 inches by 2 inches. So take off the aspect ratio, take that down to 2 inches. And say OK. So that's going to be the aperture for one of our rectangles. So now if we duplicate that, and again, now what we want to do is just increase it by 1/4 of an inch. So this time take the aspect ratio off and make that 2 1/4. And make the width 3 1/4. And say OK. And for the final aperture, if we duplicate this one again, say OK. So that they're both the same now because we've just copied that. So this one here, we want to increase that by 1/4. So now we want to take off the aspect ratio and make that 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. And say OK. As with the square frame, we want to centre these rectangles into these rectangles here. So if we do the top one first, so just bring those 2 down here and highlight that one there, go into Select, Partial Select, take the mat up, say OK, into the arrows, into the alignment function, go into horizontal and vertical, and say OK, go into Object Edit and again Group, and that makes the first part of our frame. So now this is the second part of the frame we want to do. So again, if we go into Select, Partial, nope, sorry, go back, so take that one off. So if you go into Partial Select, take the mat up, say OK, go into the arrows, alignment, horizontal, vertical, say OK, go into Object Edit and Group, and that's the second part of the frame done. So that's both of those 2, and then we'll do the same with these. Go into Select, Partial Select, bring the mat down this time, say OK, go into the arrows, into the alignment, horizontal, vertical, say OK, Object Edit and Group, and say OK. So now we've got our 3 frames which will all layer up and give us our aperture. So again, if I'm going to save it to the machine at the moment, and in a moment I'm just going to cut them all and then I'll show you what I've made. So let's just save it here for now, go into Save, go into the machine and save. and say OK and go back to the front screen. Here are my frames put together with the photos in. So on the square frame we've got a layered outer frame and a layered aperture, and with the aperture you can make it in any shape you want it, so just follow exactly what you did for the circle but just make it in a square or triangle, whatever shape you are wanting for your photos. And with the rectangle, the outer frame is a wider frame but the aperture is still layered, except for it does look like 4 layers. It's just that this photo has actually got a white edge, so it looks like a 4th layer, but it isn't. It's just the 3 exactly the same as this, except for the outer frame is wide all the way round. This is a closer look at the square frame. I'm hoping you'll be able to see the layers, both the outer layers and the layers on the aperture. And a closer look at the rectangle frame, so you're able to see there hopefully that the outer frame is a wide frame with no layers and the aperture has got layers. In my next video I'm going to show you how to do 2 different styles of frames, so I hope you can join me then. Thank you for watching, thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon.